asked you guys if there's anything you wanted to know. Y'all are unhinged. But respectfully, I did put myself into this position, so let's see what the fuck y'all have been asking. Let's start off with Twitter, X, however you want to call it. So I literally tweeted this one day ago. So Eric asked me, why Vayne bought an emerald? I feel like I already answered that. Why are you inting, bro? Why not? How has dealing with your increased notoriety recently been? I am assuming that this is like an increase in my following, I guess. Y'all are insane, by the way. Like, thank you so much. The amount of people that have subscribed to my YouTube, have been watching me on Twitch, have been following me on Twitter, Instagram, everything. Like, thank you so much. I never expected this. How has it been? Honestly, it's been the same. I don't feel different. I don't look at it differently. I don't feel differently. I'm just going on my stream and making jokes about I'm making jokes about peanut. I don't think it's been any different. Like, it's not dealing any differently. Welke stad is beter, Utrecht of Den Haag? Je moeder. Why are you so sure? Aragon. No. Watch your mouth, kid. First of all, congratulations on all your success. Thank you. Second, how has it been moving to Berlin compared to living in London? I do miss London a lot. I think London felt like home as someone who is mixed race and who didn't really have a stable place growing up. London is kind of where all of us go. Like, no one is like a Londoner. Very few people are. Berlin, it's been okay. I'm still like finding my footing. I'm still finding like my I'm still finding my routine. I'm still trying to figure out like what to do, but it's been okay. It's not as bad as I thought it would be, but it's also one thing that I do like about Berlin is the fact that everybody that I know here, by the way, I know way more people here than I know in London, and everybody's on the same schedule where they work on the weekends or the evenings and they're free during the day, which makes it a lot easier to meet up with them. When backflip? When 6 foot? How can you balance between work and passion? Answer in Derija, please. Allah, I don't know. I actually have a YouTube video about it. I will put a thumbnail on top. It's balancing my 9 to 5 and esports. It goes into detail. If you want to watch it, yes. If not, this all it. Is there any chance you're going to cast CS2 or other games when it comes to esports, or do you want to stick with LoL? I actually host Valorant. I hosted Siege, PUBG Mobile, Rocket League. The thing with CS2 is that the CSGO ecosystem, their talent is fucking nutty, insane, crazy, and it's also talent that has been grinding it out from day one. So for me to like jumpy dumpy in and take a spot is never going to happen. And also, I would love to, but I will have to grind it out from day one. Not closing off any doors. Maybe one day I will, but we will see. How do you slay so hard? Damn, girl. Okay. The internet. What would you want to achieve in esports? I think for me in esports, I want to achieve something that hasn't really been done before. For me, that means that for esports, I want to blur the lines between esports and traditional media. And the way I want to do this is by doing what I'm doing right now, and that is working in esports and uploading like lifestyle focused content. So vlogs, ask me anythings, keep streaming, do my TikToks, fashion. If I can successfully find a way to bridge fashion lifestyle and esports, my life goal has been accomplished. Favorite games to watch and favorite game for you to play? My favorite game to watch, actually, I will say, has to be Valorant. I think Valorant is really nice because it's very, very fast paced. And even if two teams are like absolutely dog water, you're just gonna look at an aim battle, and I think that's always interesting to watch. My favorite game to play is League of Legends because I've been dropped on my head as a child and I have a lot of issues in my head, but also because that's the only game that I can actually kind of low-key play. I'm not that great at it, but it is what it is. Whew. What would you advise for me if I visit the LEC studio for the first time? I would advise you to say hello to as many people as possible and to be social. I know that's kind of scary, but it's really nice. Everybody's incredible, from the people working there to the the fans that are coming to watch. Like, make the most out of it, and yeah, enjoy it. Just enjoy it and have a good meal before you come in, because unless you want to live off of popcorn. I'd love to be involved in interviewing part of the LEC, but I'm not sure I'd be a good caster or analyst like the standard is, like you started with. Is there another way to get where you are, or do you think those skills are key? There's obviously going to be other ways to get there. You can interview players in your own time for your own channel and showcase to people that you have the skills that it takes to be an interviewer, that's definitely one way to do it. You can start off with making YouTube videos. Like, I think Don Jake is a prime example of someone who is bringing something new to the industry in terms of his interviewing skills when it comes to players. And I would love to one day see him on a broadcasting. That would be absolutely great. So yeah, it doesn't have to be traditionally analyst or caster, but starting off by doing your own stuff, absolutely. What led you into being an esports host? Midlife crisis. Insomnia or LEC crowd better? Oh shit. Insomnia gang. That's from like day one. Thank you so much, Fred. Honestly, they're both really great. I think the Insomnia crowd is absolutely amazing because like every time I was like, make some noise. Even if there's like 10 of you, y'all be like, wah! So yeah, much love, much love. Ginny and Laura are the ghosts of post-game interviews, change my mind. Garbage Man, Leo, you're the go. كدوي بالدارجة شوية ولا لا؟ دوي لينا على العلاقة ديالك بالمغرب شوية وعلاش عندك درابو ديالنا في البسيدو تويتر ديالك. Bro, I'm half Moroccan. Of course I have a Moroccan flag in my bio. Hello? My dad's Moroccan and I lived in Morocco for like 7 years. Are we gonna gatekeep the Moroccan flag now? When do you lose your lane? You say jungle gap or support gap? Team gap. Bastila Jej or Hoot? Jej. What made you want to work in esports? And secondly, will you make a return for spring if they call you? If they call me, I will be the first person knocking on the door. I will be there. I will camp outside the studio. Like, abso-fucking-lutely, yes. I would love to be there for spring. What made me want to work in esports? It's a passion industry, and I was working as a tech consultant in a 9-to-5 job that made me a little sad, a little depresso without the espresso. And I was like, you know what? I am really fucking young right now. If I can do this, even if it's for like 5 years, just to get to grow up and say that I've done it, because I don't want to be like 40 years and regret and just sit there on the couch with my 2 cats like, what if I went into esports? Now I have done it. Now I can be like, yo, I fucked up, or be like, yeah, that was a great choice. It's just playing it by ear. Was this your dream job? And also, does your family support you and watch you live? It was my dream job, yes. When I found out that it was a job, it became a dream job. Before that, it wasn't, because I didn't know it existed. Does my family support me? Yeah, they have been very supportive. They don't watch live because they don't know what the fuck video games are, but they've been very nice. I think we should all address the main question here. لحم بالبرقوق versus دجاج بالفريت. Which team are you? Bro! Dude, that's such a hard question. لحم بالبرقوق, I think, has gotta be it. Because, like, دجاج بالفريت, it's like, you could always have that. But لحم بالبرقوق just feels like a special meal. Like, something you have at a wedding, at a party, at a birthday, at, like, you know, like, when someone's bored. It does, like, دجاج بالفريت, you can have it like any day of the week. Like a family gathering, yeah. Special. What's your Moroccan background? My dad's Moroccan, so I'm half Moroccan. Would you believe yourself if you told yourself 10 years ago that you'd be working esports gig? No. I actually always thought that I was gonna be like an office businesswoman. I studied business. I worked in an office. Like, I never thought that I would be doing esports. Esports never crossed my mind as a job. So no, absolutely not. That's a really good question, Hakeem. Thank you so much. And no, I don't think I wouldn't have believed it. What superpower would you prefer? Being able to teleport or being invisible? I would love to be able to teleport, because I think with like esports gigs, if I don't have to fly, perfect. If I can just teleport, like I start my day off in like one esports, like working the esports event, and I teleport back my little babies, who's, by the way, like absolutely eating my kneecaps right now. That would be the best. That would be the best one. Ah! What is your biggest passion besides esports and gaming? I love fashion. I love dressing up in my back braces and having people ask me, what the fuck are you wearing? I really like fashion. I love animals. I love cats. Yeah, that's definitely my other passion is fashion. It's also a little bit more apparent on my TikTok about the shit that I post. All right. Tier list the LEC teams, please. No, I refuse. No. If you can talk to your younger self, 10-year-old Ginny, what would you say? I would say that you need to trust your instincts a lot more. That you will always be making the right decision based on the information that you have. And you need to stop being anxious about whether or not that's the case, because you will be getting far as long as you stay the way you are. As long as you stay mature, you got your head screwed on, don't get distracted, you'll be fine. And that's literally what I did. I was a very mature child, and I always studied really hard, and I was always reading a book. I mean, you can probably see I got some shit with me. Yeah, just stay focused, stay dedicated. Want to try casting color or play-by-play? I used to play-by-play, Valorant. That's how I started. That's how I got my name out there. So yeah, play-by-play for sure. I like play-by-play. I like being the funny one. I like making the jokes. I like being weird. So yeah, play-by-play. We go back to Rocket League tournaments. If Rocket League asks me to be back, sorry, my cat just bit me. If Rocket League asks me to be back, yes, I will go. I would love to. I like Rocket League. Je t'ai découvert cette saison sur le plateau LEC, mais où as-tu débuté ta carrière? I started in Valorant in Tier 2 Polaris. So there is also obviously Valorant Tier 2 in France. It's really great. I mean, Gentlemates won Ascension last. That's where I started. So Tier 2 Valorant and the university scene. When you moved from consultancy to esports, did you find any transferable skills or knowledge? The thing with consulting is like something that we very much focused on was the skill of presenting. So 100,000% that was a very big transferable skill, because consulting is very much focused on your presentation to the client, your confidence, structuring your words, the way that you speak. And at the end of the day, that's literally what hosting and interviewing is about. So yeah, absolutely. How many core sets do you have? I currently have 3. So 2 that are like detached individually and 1 that's like a big core set, but I'm looking to expand my collection. Will we see you again in the LEC? I really hope so. I'm really proud and happy with how the 2 weeks on the LEC went that I worked. So I hope that they get me back. Prage. What do you aim on the long run in the esports and games industry? This is actually something that I already answered, but it is to break the barrier between traditional media and gaming. We need the fit links. I will set up a style thing where I can put the picture of the outfit and then put links in there so that you guys can look at the shoes, the jewelry, the clothing, everything from A to B. I got you. What are similar career paths in esports outside being a pro? So you can be a pro, like obviously a gamer. You can be on-air talent. You can be a referee. You can be in the management, like a team manager, or you can be a coach. You can be social media. You can do the marketing. You can do the graphics. You can do the video editing. There's a lot of different careers in esports, and it depends if you want to work with a team or if you want to work for like a company like Blizzard or Riot or. How did you become a Vayne OTP? Gosu. I thought Gosu was a hot girl. I think everybody on the internet thought that. I was like, oh my god, it's a girl that's playing Gosu. Yes, I'm gonna be just like her. Turns out Gosu was not a hot girl. But at that point, I was already so invested. I was really, really enjoying the champion. I tried playing other champions. Trust me, I did. They just don't bring me the same amount of satisfaction. So that's why I became a Vayne OTP. How was it like to gain experience? So I'm assuming that you're asking in terms of how I did it. So I did in the university scene, and I have a lot of videos on my channel in terms of me vlogging it, but also step-by-step 10 tips on 10 steps of becoming an esports caster. I hope that helps. Where do you see yourselves in 5 years' time? In 5 years' time, I see myself still hosting and working in esports, but I also see myself at the forefront of intertwining traditional media and gaming. That's what I'm thinking. And with my 2 cats. Who asked? Joe Mama. Did you grow up in Morocco? I spent 7 years of my life in Morocco. So from 2008 till 2009 till 2016-ish. That's when I was in Morocco. So I kind of grew up there, but I wasn't born there. So yeah. I had to ask you all today. No, parles-tu français? No, je parle pas français. Pas du tout. How did you get into esports? I actually have a video how I got into the LEC. This is 4 questions on the same slide asking me how I got into LEC. How did you get into esports? How did you enter the esports world? I have a video, I'll put it right here, on how I became my journey to the LEC. So I hope that helps. But also again, so many vlogs on my YouTube channel that have gone through it since day one. What was it like moving to a different country? It was actually, I thought it was going to be really easy because I moved a lot. And honestly, it is technically just as easy as packing your bag and moving somewhere and calling it a day. But I think for me, as a younger, when I was a child, it was really difficult because I've struggled a lot with developing my social skills and becoming friends with people in the same country or neighborhood or whatever. Now, what it's like moving to Berlin, it's actually been pretty easy. It's just that why the fuck is everything closed on a Sunday? So it's these little cultural differences that kind of throw me off a little bit, but other than that, pretty good. Anything you would change to do different if you had to restart your esports career? I think if I restarted my esports career, I think I would have quit my consulting job sooner and I would have tried my luck at CS. Because the reason why I wasn't able to go into CS was because I didn't have enough time. And CS, you need to grind that shit. And the reason I didn't have enough time was because I was working my consulting job. So I think I would have done that. Quit my consulting job, grinded CS, and work on my content a lot earlier. Right. And then the final question, best chocolate bar that isn't Kit Kat. There is this Merci chocolate. I will literally show you. It's literally empty, but this is what it is. And it's milk chocolate with coffee and white chocolate on the bottom. from Merci. That's like currently my favorite chocolate bar. It's either that or just like darker chocolate. All right, I hope this video was a little bit more insightful in terms of like what I am, what I do, how I got where I am today, like random shit, yada yada yappa dappa. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. And again, I hope you have an amazing rest of your week. Bye.